Ever wondered what the coldest place on Earth feels like? I'm not talking about a chilly winter day. I'm talking about a temperature so low, it makes dry ice seem warm. Imagine a place that plunged to an unbelievable negative 144 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 98 degrees Celsius. This isn't on some distant, frozen planet. This happened right here, on our home Earth. So, where is this brutally cold spot, and what would happen if you were there? Stick around as we journey to the most frigid corner of our world. The record for the coldest temperature ever recorded wasn't set at the North or South Pole, as you might expect. It was measured in the heart of Antarctica, on a vast, desolate stretch of ice known as the East Antarctic Plateau. This remote, high-altitude region is a true polar desert, a place where extreme cold is the norm. On a clear winter night in 2013, satellite data revealed that a shallow depression on the ice sheet had reached this mind-bogglingly low temperature. This wasn't just a fleeting dip. The conditions in this area allow temperatures to consistently hover in this extreme range during the polar winter. The previous official record, also from Antarctica at Vostok Station, was a mere minus 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit. This new reading shattered that, revealing a level of cold previously thought impossible for Earth's surface. To put it in perspective, the average winter temperature at the South Pole is around minus 76 Fahrenheit. This spot is nearly twice as cold. So, what would it feel like to be in a place that's minus 144 degrees Fahrenheit? Honestly, you wouldn't feel much for long. At this temperature, the cold is an immediate lethal threat. Exposed skin would suffer from severe frostbite in less than a minute. Taking a breath would feel like inhaling fire, as the extreme cold would instantly freeze the moisture in your nostrils, throat, and lungs, causing catastrophic damage. Your eyes would freeze shut if you tried to blink. Even with the best polar gear in the world, survival would be measured in minutes, not hours. The human body simply isn't designed to function in such an environment. The fluid in your cells would begin to crystallize, leading to rapid cell death. Hypothermia would set in almost instantly, your core body temperature plummeting uncontrollably. It's a cold that doesn't just numb you. It actively destroys living tissue on contact. The materials we rely on every day would also fail spectacularly. Metal becomes incredibly brittle at these temperatures. A steel hammer could shatter like glass if dropped. Rubber and plastic will crack and snap with the slightest pressure. Even the fuel in vehicles, like jet fuel, would turn into a thick, unusable slush. Electronics would cease to function as their internal components contracted and failed. It's an environment where the normal rules of physics seem to bend, and everything we consider durable becomes fragile. Filming a video there? The camera's battery would die in seconds, and its plastic casing might crack just from the thermal shock. It's a world completely alien to our everyday experience, where the very air feels solid and hostile. Interestingly, no human has ever stood in this spot and felt this record-breaking cold. We know about this temperature not because a brave meteorologist was standing there with a thermometer, but thanks to advanced satellite technology. For years, scientists have used satellites from NASA and other agencies to monitor surface temperatures of Earth's ice sheets. These instruments can detect thermal radiation from the ground, allowing them to create detailed temperature maps of even the most inaccessible places. The record low reading was found by analyzing years of data from the Landsat 8 satellite. Scientists noticed a series of small, shallow hollows on the East Antarctic Plateau, no more than a few meters deep, that were consistently colder than the surrounding landscape. It was in one of these pockets that the minus 144 degree temperature was recorded. This method is incredibly precise, but it also means the record remains unofficial in the eyes of some organizations, like the World Meteorological Organization, which typically require on-the-ground measurements for official records. But given the dangers, sending a person to verify it is practically impossible. So, what creates these perfect conditions for such an extreme chill? It's a combination of several factors all aligning perfectly. First, it happens during the polar night, a period of continuous darkness that lasts for months, so there's no sunlight to warm the surface. Second, The air needs to be perfectly calm. Any wind would mix the air, preventing the coldest, densest layer from settling at the surface. Third, the sky must be crystal clear. Clouds act like a blanket, trapping heat radiating from the ground. Without them, all that heat escapes directly into space. Finally, the air must be incredibly dry. Water vapor in the air also holds heat, so the drier the air, the colder it can get. These four conditions — prolonged darkness, still air, clear skies, and extreme dryness — create a natural refrigeration system. The surface of the ice radiates its heat away, and a thin layer of super-chilled air pools in the shallow depressions on the plateau, getting colder and colder until it reaches these historic lows. To truly grasp how extreme this is, let's compare it to other cold places. We've already mentioned that it's far colder than the South Pole, but it's also colder than most of the surface of Mars. The average temperature on Mars is about -80 degrees Fahrenheit. While Mars can get much colder at its poles in winter, there are many days when this spot in Antarctica is colder than the Martian equator. The East Antarctic Plateau sits at a very high elevation, over 11,000 feet, or about 3,400 meters above sea level. This high altitude means the atmosphere is thinner and holds less heat, contributing to the extreme cold. It's like being on a frozen mountaintop the size of a continent. While other places on Earth, like Siberia, are famous for their brutal winters, they simply can't compete with the high-altitude polar conditions of the Antarctic interior. This isn't just the coldest place in Antarctica. It is, by a significant margin, the coldest place on the entire planet. Could it get even colder? Scientists believe so. The -144 Fahrenheit reading was the lowest they found in the existing satellite data, but they theorized that under absolutely perfect, uninterrupted conditions, the temperature in these hollows could potentially dip even further, perhaps to -148 Fahrenheit or -100 Celsius. Reaching this milestone would require an unusually long period of clear, calm weather, even for Antarctica. It's a chilling thought that our planet still holds the potential for such extremes, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. It's a constant reminder that even as we study our world, it still has secrets and surprises hidden in its most remote corners. For now, -144 stands as the benchmark, a testament to the incredible power of nature's deep freeze. As you might have guessed, no known life can survive at these temperatures, not even microorganisms. While some bacteria and microbes can enter a dormant state to survive freezing conditions, this level of cold is believed to be sterilizing. It's a truly lifeless landscape. The air is so cold and dry that there's virtually no moisture to form snow or frost. The landscape is static, unchanging, and silent, sculpted only by the wind and the immense weight of the ice below. It's one of the most alien environments on Earth, a place where the conditions are more comparable to an extraterrestrial world than to anywhere else on our own planet. The utter stillness and profound cold make it a place of stark, terrifying beauty, completely inhospitable to any form of life as we know it. It's a natural laboratory for studying the absolute limits of cold. While the record is based on robust satellite data, it remains technically unofficial. For a weather record to be officially certified by the World Meteorological Organization, it needs to be measured by a ground-based weather station using calibrated instruments. The logistical challenge and extreme danger of placing and maintaining a station in this specific, remote location mean it will likely never be official in the traditional sense. However, the scientific community widely accepts the data's validity. The consistency of the satellite readings over several years gives them high confidence that these temperatures are real. It is a case where technology has allowed us to see something that is physically impossible to witness in person. It doesn't make the cold any less real. It just changes how we measure it. Ultimately, the discovery of this extreme temperature on the East Antarctic Plateau does more than just set a new record. It provides crucial insight into Earth's climate system. It shows us the absolute extremes our planet's atmosphere can produce. Studying these cold pockets helps scientists refine their climate models and better understand how heat energy moves around the globe. It's a powerful reminder of the diversity and extremity of Earth's environments, from the hottest deserts to these unimaginably frigid ice fields. These discoveries push the boundaries of our knowledge and highlight just how much we still have to learn about the intricate workings of our own world. So, after hearing all this, let me ask you, if you had the most advanced protective gear ever made, would you dare to spend even 5 minutes at minus 144 degrees Fahrenheit? It's a wild thought. What other extreme records of our planet do you think we should explore next? The hottest temperature? The deepest point in the ocean? Let us know your ideas in the comments below. We love diving into the wonders and extremes of our world. Thanks for joining us on this chilling journey to the coldest place on Earth. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the incredible planet we call home. See you next time.